don't allow children to just have whatever they want. All right. No offense to you, but you guys are stupid. You don't know enough about the world. Hey everybody, Osagai
Aiden.
And Katie
from
Drinking Gourd.
We're getting good.
There we go.
We're doing a kind of a news editorial thing right now. We're going over some the subject of Elon Musk. Did you know that Elon Musk? The background to this is basically his son transitioned and became a girl or whatever, and took puberty blockers and all this other stuff. And Elon Musk is very upset about it.
Well, I bet.
We're gonna jump right into it, and then right after the interview with him and explaining this, we're gonna see what he's talking about. The woke. What do you think when you hear woke?
I'm not exactly sure like what to think when I hear woke. I mean, just kind of
Opening your eyes.
yeah.
Well,
to what's
what
going
about
on.
the culture? What do they mean by when someone's woke?
What?
You don't have any there.
No.
Well,
It's
they're
kind of like-
it's supposed to be like enlightenment, okay? That you are the person that knows the truth, and everybody else, is asleep.
Ah, okay. Yeah.
Okay, to
I
the
follow
truth.
that.
So they call themselves woke, but it's adopted by the left. The left says being woke is accepting that a man is a woman. Okay, exactly. So let's get into it. Let's see what's going on with Elon Musk. He says he's got a war on being woke.
It wasn't explained to me that puberty blockers are actually just sterilization drugs. So, anyway, and so I lost my son essentially. They call it dead naming for a reason.
Yeah,
All right. So the reason it's called dead naming is because your son is dead. So my son Xavier is dead, killed by the woke mind virus.
I'm sorry to hear that.
Yeah,
I can't imagine what that would be like.
yeah. So,
Yeah, and there's lots of people in that situation now.
right.
It's not pretty, and lots of demolished kids.
Yes.
Yeah, well,
So-
that's a good reason to be the final straw. All right, so let's.
So I vowed to destroy the woke mind virus after that.
So you understand what he means by the woke mind virus. It's this idea or that the culture of the left has taken up, that they know and everything that they say is 100% right, and you don't have the right to argue with it. All right, they're the enlightened ones.
Okay.
Okay, they know the truth about everything. Anyway, so this is kind of the mindset of what he's talking about. They're understanding that, puberty blockers are permanent. Okay, you're
Yeah.
permanently sterilizing children.
Yes.
Okay, whether it's a male or a female, you're messing with their reproductive organs, and they don't come back from that.
Yeah.
not-
What if
not-
the child changes their mind? They're too young to know what's going on right now.
And I never understood that. You can't let a child get a tattoo. Okay?
Right.
You can't let
Driver's license.
You don't allow children to just have whatever they want. All right. No offense to you, but you guys are stupid. You don't know enough about the world. So how about if we told you you could get a tattoo when you were like 5?
That'd be just insane,
Yeah,
honestly.
that'd be child abuse. Okay, that'd be child abuse. So why is this not child abuse?
Why A, lesbians taking testosterone? Why are lesbians taking... Where's this singular lesbian who's taking all the testosterone? Where did where did they go? What do they look like?
I think
What's their number?
I think they're taking testosterone.
Who shot up the Taco Bell? Who shot up the Taco Bell?
Yeah, see, there's
Hi, y'all.
insanity.
I would like to introduce you to Alex. Alex is an expressive 22-year-old who identifies as non-binary. Alex has a unique sense of style, combining vintage thrift store finds with sustainable fashion brands. They are often seen wearing an oversized graphic tee with a message for climate action, paired with a high-waisted patchwork jeans and finished off with a chunky vegan leather boot. Alex's hair is dyed a striking ombre of pastel colors, fading from a lavender at the
Okay, as you can see, this I don't want to call it a mental problem, but it kind of is. Okay, the mindset of, first of all, forcing everybody to use pronouns. Okay, the they, them, ze, zer, all kinds of nonsense, saying that these are all different genders. You know how many genders there are?
2.
Oh, well, true. You know how many genders they say there are?
Oh, I lost count.
Probably infinite from what they say.
And why is it infinite?
They say you can be anything you want to be.
What was, say that again louder?
They say you can be anything you want to be.
So therefore, everybody on Earth can be their own gender. And no matter how many people we have, okay, they can all pick their own gender. So the number's always growing. The logic, but see, again, being woke doesn't have anything to do with being logical. Can you see the logic behind this?
roots down to a mint green at the tips. They have several piercings and tattoos, all with personal significance, like the delicate flower on their forearm representing growth and resilience. Alex's car, which has more miles on it than a West Texas lot lizard, is adorned with stickers from various social causes like BLM and LGBTQIA plus rights. Now, Alex is also very tech savvy and uses social media to share their views on social justice, mental health, and intersectional feminism. They also
Are you catching all of this? Are you understanding what's going on, what he's saying?
Yes and no.
What do you understand about it?
I'm not sure. It's so confusing between everything.
There's so many things. Okay, BLM, the LGBTQ rights. There's no such thing as LGBTQ rights. Okay, there's male and female rights. There's citizenship rights. There's human rights. But there's no such thing as a LGBTQ, because that has everything to do with sexuality. Okay? There's no special rights for sexuality. So if there are no special rights for it, you can't take them away. How do you take none away? All rights and everything apply to us all equally. It doesn't make any sense. But then again, like I said, it doesn't have to make sense.
use it to send random DMs to strangers on the internet. Nobody asked for you to insert yourself into women and people with uterus spaces. A cis white man at your old age needs to realize your time is over, F slur.
Your whiteness is not going to be an obstacle for you, even if your gayness and your transness is.
Dismiss.
That not only is she racist, okay, but here's a prime example. I love people, but this is a mental disorder when you feel like you're not in your right body. Does that make sense to you?
I don't know. I've always been in my right body.
Right. Okay. And most people feel that way. Most people know who they are. Okay. So when somebody doesn't understand or doesn't believe that they're in the right body, that's out of the norm, isn't it?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. That means that there's something divergent, something very wrong with that form of thinking. Just like, I mean, I'm not saying it's as severe, but someone who doesn't have empathy, okay, someone who doesn't feel, sympathy for other people, that's a mental disorder. Okay, because there's something wrong up there when you can't, look at a puppy or a baby and care about how they feel. This is just not normal. And it's not being hateful to say so. We were talking about that word transphobic. Okay, transphobic means an irrational fear of trans people.
Right.
We're not afraid
No.
of trans people. We just don't agree with the delusion. Man can be a woman, woman can be a man. There's no way that can be her. There's just too many differences.
Too many personalities up there.
Me?
Me?
Oh, yeah. Yeah. Like you're talking about, yeah. That's what I'm saying. Not the pot. Hey, Kettle, this is pot.
Message needs to be louder for those at the back so they can hear this clearly. Yes, black cis people are my oppressors, but I have more in common with them than I will ever have with white trans people. Because I get very uncomfortable whether it's white trans people or black cis people that will compare like racism and transphobia to one another. First of all, when black cis people do it, they forget that black people can also be trans. And when white trans people do it, they forget one fundamental thing.
And everybody has to be a victim. You realize that he's not just a victim because he's trans. Now he's a victim twice as much because he's trans and black.
I see.
So everybody has to one up you
Yes.
on their victimhood. I'm more of a victim than you are. That's their mentality throughout everything that they see. I'm a victim of racism. I'm a victim of sexism. I'm a victim of misogyny, which is a hatred of women. Okay?
He doesn't hate me.
Just because you disagree with a woman doesn't mean you hate them.
Right.
But they use these kind of tactics. The woke mindset is very twisted.
First thing that people see when they look at you is your skin color. One fundamental thing that people are forgetting about transness or queerness is there is not one fundamental way to look or be queer or trans. But since race and race oppression is off phenotype, there is a way to look black. And people will treat you poorly based off that than anything else.
Always a victim.
You've referred to people with a capacity for pregnancy. Would that be women?
Many women, cis women, have the capacity for pregnancy. Many cis women do not have the capacity for pregnancy. There are also trans men who are capable of pregnancy, as well as non-binary people who are capable of pregnancy.
See, this is what I'm talking about. This is a delusion. What are you seeing here?
There's too much going on with everything. There's two genders. That's it. Two genders. You're either male or female. You can have a kid or you can't have a kid. That's it.
But you see, this is a woman, okay? This is a woman that decided that they're a man. So they're taking hormones and, whatever, so that she can grow a beard, okay?
Yes.
Look more manly, okay? However, still have the XX chromosome. So therefore, has a uterus, has breasts, can produce breast milk. Okay, but wants us to think, oh no, this is a man that got pregnant and gave birth simply because they declared it that way.
Now
Simply
that's a
because
woman.
That doesn't like we're fooled.
Right.
And see, wokeness doesn't have anything to do with reality. Okay? When you're man and woman, your XX chromosome or your XY chromosome. That's it. Okay? There's no in between. Now, they do have what they call intersex, where people, we used to call it hermaphrodites.
Yes, I
Okay?
remember.
Who have both sex organs. Okay? But
They were
it's
trying
rare.
to say Lady Gaga.
I don't know about that. That's
Yeah.
a rumor.
That's a rumor
But-
big time.
But, you know, one of the things that's 100% about intersex people is that they're all sterile.
Oh,
They can't have children.
I forgot that.
Yeah. So, yeah, this is just the logic is not there. The feelings are there, and that's all that matters to these people is how they feel. I feel this way, so therefore it is. No, it's not. That's not how it works.
So this isn't really a women's rights issue. It's a.
We
it's-
can
it's a what?
recognize that this impacts women while also recognizing that it impacts other groups. Those things are not mutually exclusive, Senator Hawley. So I want to recognize that your line of questioning is transphobic, and it opens up trans people to violence by not recognizing that.
Wow, you're saying that I'm opening up people to violence by asking whether or not women are the folks who can have pregnancies?
So I want to note that 1 out of 5 transgender persons have attempted suicide.
See, this is another tactic that they use. Well, if you don't agree with me, if you don't say that I'm a woman when I say that I'm a woman, then you're perpetuating violence.
Yes.
Okay? You're going to cause me to commit suicide. You don't actually
It's all
kill
on
me.
them.
See, that's the thing. You don't actually kill me, but because people commit violence, which everybody, every race, every creed, every color, every religion, people commit. Oh, sorry, that's the word that I'm not supposed to be using. I got to. People self-delete themselves. I'm gonna have to bleep all that out. Okay, but you know, because and well, she said the word, but because people do that, they blame someone disagreeing with their delusion as the reason why. No, you can't blame me for somebody else's decision to
The victim.
to self-delete. Okay.
Yep.
It's not my fault.
So I think it's important
Because of
for
my
us-
line of questioning? So
Because-
we can't talk about it?
because denying that trans people exist and pretending not to know that they exist.
I'm
is
denying that trans
dangerous.
people exist by asking
Are you?
if you're
Are
talking
you?
about women
Are you?
having pregnancies.
Do you believe that there-
See, there's that they try to box you in and say that you don't agree that trans people exist. There's I'm not saying that they don't exist. Okay? I'm just not agreeing with what they believe they are.
Right.
Okay? You can trans all you like. You can say trans this, trans that. Notice how there's no third trans though.
No,
You
I
can
didn't
only be a
notice.
trans man or a trans woman. What's if there's so many sexes and genders and everything? What's the third one? There's no trans anything else. So therefore, there's only 2 genders. You can only trans to the other side. You don't have another option.
men can get pregnant?
No, I don't think women can
So
get
you are
pregnant.
denying that trans people exist?
And that leads.
See that mentality? If you just say men can't get pregnant, then you're denying that they exist. That's like saying, hey, when did you stop beating your wife? Well, I never beat my wife, or I don't beat my wife. Oh, really? So you stopped beating her. When did you stop? You see, it's a trick. You can't deny it because then they twist it around.
They also studied the way gay and straight people talk.
Hi, nice to meet you. I ride a motorcycle.
Sounds straight to me.
And is straight. Hi, nice to meet you. I ride an electric motorbike.
Gay.
Is that true? Can you tell? Can you tell when somebody? Well, there's certain ones that you can because of the way that they talk and they choose to talk. But you can't really tell. I don't think you can tell somebody's gay by the way they talk. That doesn't make sense to me. Hey, sorry about that. We had some technical difficulties. And so we're going to end things. All right. Thanks for tuning in. And if you're new, make sure you hit that subscribe button, like, notifications, yada, yada, yada. You know the whole thing. Go and check out the store and help support the channel that way. And we will be back because we have some other subjects I want to touch on with you guys because
a part 2.
A part 2.
There we
going to do
go.
a part
Hey.
2. All right. Well, thanks for tuning in again, and we'll see you next time.
Bye.
Bye.